And so I drove and we had lunch, and he presented his vision for XRP. And at the time, it didn't even have a name. It was just called Newcoin. And in fact, the folder I created on my hard drive to keep track of all what eventually became XRP and Ripple stuff was called Newcoin for a long time. And I think even our contract, our initial first contract there was just called Newcoin, was what we were referring to XRP and Ripple in that contract. But Jed definitely had the vision, and was really good at connecting the right people to make things happen. So I actually paid the salary for Joel Katz is his screen name, and his real name always escapes me because I originally know him from the Bitcoin Talk forums in the early days.
David Schwartz.
David Schwartz. Thank you. So his screen name was Joel Katz on the Bitcoin Talk forums, and I remember. For anybody that everybody in XRP knows what he looks like now, but he looks like the stereotypical computer nerd programmer is. He has long hair and not as much hair on top, and looks kind of like the stereotype mad scientist for crypto stuff. And I remember when I met him for the very first time, it was at the Bitcoin meetup in Silicon Valley there that I helped to get started. And he showed up in person, and he said, "Oh, I'm Joel Katz from the forums." And my initial response, I think, was like, "That's your real photo on the forums," because up to that point, I thought it was just kind of like somebody went on Google image search and tried to find the stereotypical image of a cryptographer, crypto nerd image, and use that for his profile. But it turned out it was his real profile.
Yeah.
And actually, when talking with him at some point through the whole birth of XRP and Ripple, it occurred to me, it just snapped one day. I said, "Wait a minute, I met you before." And so I had met David Schwartz in maybe the year 2000 at an artificial intelligence conference in Silicon Valley. And I had a really nice conversation with him. And after chatting with him a little bit, it was real clear that he leans heavily libertarian. But at that time, he was working as a cryptographer for the NSA.
Guys, I guess we're not the only ones who see David Schwartz as some guru in the crypto space. As a matter of fact, I actually agree that David looks like your typical crypto nerd. XRP has effectively managed to become one of the world's leading cryptocurrencies, and it all started with a simple idea: creating Bitcoin that doesn't require mining, which is expensive. That's why most people believe that this crypto is an upgrade of Bitcoin. And in fact, it actually seems like Bitcoin was a test, and the eventual product is XRP. The nerd brains of the world sat down and came up with Bitcoin, only to find out that it doesn't have the capacity for world adoption. But since the whole crypto idea is still a viable option and has tremendous potential, these same nerds, I'm talking about David Schwartz and his team, they sat down again and created XRP. Don't believe me? Well, watch this video until the very end to find out the whole truth. As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your favorite crypto channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get updates when we drop new videos. And don't forget to smash that like button. And remember, you can always leave a comment or a question in the section below. On several occasions, people have confronted David Schwartz for being the architect behind Bitcoin, but he constantly denies it. It gets even more interesting as we can see a tweet from Amber Coleman, who tweeted out in March 2021 saying at that time she had heard that David Schwartz was being said to be the real Satoshi. Of course, a narrative like this had people going crazy all over Twitter and many engaged in the conversation. Well, if you have been in the crypto industry long enough, you know it has been quite a hassle to identify just who Satoshi Nakamoto could be. While several individuals have been proposed over the years, it is still yet to be proved. Following this tweet, David Schwartz responded saying that he has almost the entire skill set needed to have been Satoshi. He said it's certainly plausible that he was part of a group. Nevertheless, it's not true. He further stated that he didn't find out about Bitcoin until 2011. David Schwartz also said it's more plausible that Satoshi was a small group of people given the comprehensive skill set and the amount of work done. On the other hand, he mentions that it could have been just one person, but that's unlikely to be him. Schwartz, Ripple's chief technology officer, also says he has been slowly selling his Bitcoin for several years. Though he's still bullish on Bitcoin overall, he says the asset's riskiness has convinced him to sell. Anyway, if you were behind Bitcoin, would you actually accept creating it? I think not. And that's because the entire world, including the Fed, will be on your neck regarding to the effects of Bitcoin. There are several lawsuits already filed against Satoshi, And if he or they ever appeared in public, it's going to be catastrophic. But I think all the money that Satoshi now has would help bail him out from whatever problems that Bitcoin has surmounted over the years. All in all, it makes total sense why David, even if he was Satoshi, would deny this claim. But just take a minute and look at David's pictures and how he conducts himself in the public eye. Don't you think he could be Satoshi? I mean, his whole vibe makes him seem like the father of crypto.
Next up, I'm incredibly excited to introduce David Schwartz, who's the CTO at Ripple and the co-creator of the XRP ledger. Jazz and I were just talking backstage that David's one of those people, every time you hear him speak, you learn something new. And today, David will walk us through the continued evolution of the XRP ledger. He'll start with his original vision and then highlight some recent technical updates before sharing new features. David, welcome.
Talk about XRP ledger innovations, but first I want to talk about what it's like what this experience has been, I think, for me and for all of us. I first became involved in the cryptocurrency space back in 2011 when I found Bitcoin. And it was right about that time that the first cracks were appearing in the proof of work narrative. I think a lot of people at that time had this view that I think we would consider naive today, that proof of work would just be a sort of decentralizing force, that proof of work was the secret sauce behind Bitcoin, the thing that made it different, the thing that made it better.
Tell me that David isn't Satoshi, and I would actually say that you are lying. In all honesty, I think David has the brain IQ of a genius because he's always ahead of his time. Even coming up with XRP sounds like an invention that was meant for future generations. Following what Roger Ver has shared in the video, it's clear as day that there could be a significant correlation between the relationship of the XRP team and the Bitcoin network. Now, as crazy as this sounds, it isn't much of a surprise either, as most people over the years have had some speculations that XRP could have been a fork of Bitcoin. And that's not all. What makes this theory even more interesting is the fact that the findings by French Grills are pretty detailed. Just to highlight the findings, we can see that both Bitcoin and OpenCoin were born on the same IP address. That's among many other domains that relate to Ripple and Bitcoin. Even more interesting is that all these domains were registered in the span of 2 months back in 2007. Now, to get you up to speed, OpenCoin was the name given to Ripple before it was named Ripple Labs. Both of the addresses registered on the domain are located next to Phoenix, Arizona.
I remember when I met him for the very first time. It was at the Bitcoin meetup in Silicon Valley there that I helped to get started. And he showed up in person and he said, "Oh, I'm Joel Katz from the forums." And my initial response, I think, was like, "That's your real photo on the forums," because up to that point, I thought it was just kind of like somebody went on Google image search and tried to find the stereotypical image of a cryptographer, crypto nerd image and use that for his profile. But it turned out it was his real profile.
Yeah.
And actually, when talking with him at some point through the whole birth of XRP and Ripple, it occurred to me, it just snapped one day. I said, "Wait a minute, I met you before." And so I had met David Schwartz in maybe the year 2000 at an artificial intelligence conference in Silicon Valley, and I had a really nice conversation with him. And after chatting with a little bit, it was real clear that he leans heavily libertarian. But at that time, he was working as a cryptographer for the NSA. And so I asked him, I said, well, if you're such a libertarian, why are you working at the NSA? That's kind of the opposite of what libertarians are supporting. And he got this twinkle in his eye and he rubbed his hands together and he said, because they have me working on the most subversive things imaginable. I thought, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting.
And hearing what Roger Ver shares about his history with David Schwartz, it's not surprising why people in the XRP army and crypto enthusiasts worldwide would actually think that David Schwartz is Satoshi. And if he's not part of the group, there's certainly a chance that he or Roger Ver know who these people are. Aside from that, when asked about the future of Ripple and XRP, David Schwartz shared that the end game is creating a system that allows money to move invisibly, as quickly as information. When you try to update a legacy system, you tend to be pressured to keep things as opposed to replacing them. I think the clean sheet approach is almost always going to produce a better design at a lower cost. it does seem that the things I worked on in the past keep coming up in the things I'm working on now. I think that's more just due to most of my work being in the same general area of distributed computing and cryptography. As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can always let us know what you think in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next Money Side.